Honestly, enough's enough. I think we're moving into a very dangerous space right now in the corporate world, and well, I think that it's time to get out while you can. So, for any of you that have not heard, yesterday Microsoft decided to lay off 9,000 people um, from their across Microsoft and gaming division. Okay. And this is just another round of mass layoffs for 2025. That just goes to show that companies do not give a flying fuck about you. Okay. And the reason why I've decided rather to make this video today for all of you is to essentially talk about what it's like to be on the HR side of things. Having been an HR representative myself and being impacted by two layoffs, one in 2023 and one in 2024, I can tell you right now, it's going to get a lot worse. Okay. So if you have been impacted by a layoff, in the past or recently, and this is something that you're going through, know that you're not alone. It sucks right now, okay? And this is why it's so important to start doing things for you. The 9 to 5 life is done, okay? You can, gone are the days of working for a company for 20, 30 years, okay? And you're going to be able to retire comfortably. Those days are gone. If a company can find a way to save money, whether it's eliminating a department or implementing AI, they will do it. You are just a cog in a large machine. You're replaceable. And I know it sucks to hear, but it's the truth. And, if we're looking at so far, okay, the layoffs in 2025, let's see. So in January, we had 16,000. In February, 19,000. March 11,000, April 6,000, May 24,000, June 7,000, and July Microsoft 9,000. Okay, if we look at by year, for 2023, which was the most significant, we had 430,000 layoffs. 2024, we hit 239,000, and so far we're projected to hit 186,000 layoffs for 2025 projected so far. Now, I'm particularly triggered by this video because of the statement that Microsoft put out, and these companies put out the same kind of statements all the time. Okay, and I want to read it to you because it is just the same mumbo jumbo every time. And it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that, let's look, we're July 3rd. July 4th is literally tomorrow. And it's like, oh, hey, surprise, you're fired. We don't care about you. Good luck. And they make it sound like this is for the benefit of the company and making great products and services. And it's just like, do they not understand the people in which they've hired or had in the company make up everything that the company is? So I want to read this memo from Xbox boss Phil Spencer that he sent out to employees, and I want to emphasize on the last paragraph here, and I'll get into that. But so the memo reads, "Today we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in future years, and a key part of the strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate efforts on areas with the greatest potential while delivering on the expectations the company has for our business. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for generations to come. Prioritizing our opportunities is essential, but that does not lessen the significance of this moment. Simply put, we would not be where we are today without the time, energy, and creativity of those whose roles are impacted. These decisions are not a reflection of the talent, creativity, and dedication of people involved. Our momentum is not accidental. It is the result of years of dedicated effort from our teams. And this part gets to me. HR is working directly with impacted employees to provide severance plan benefits, including pay, healthcare coverage, and job placement resources to support their transition. Employees whose roles were eliminated are encouraged to explore open positions across Microsoft Gaming where their applications will be given priority review. Now, having been an HR representative myself, this particular section is what gets to me the most because for the most part, when you are laid off, there's months of planning that takes place behind the scenes, behind closed doors, secret meetings. And having been in charge of my own headcount in the past, we analyze everything about how someone's personality is, how much they contribute to the team, their personal things going on in their life. Maybe they've gone through a divorce, or they're going through something. They maybe a short-term disability. They have a mental health crisis. We have to look at all these things to avoid legal repercussions. Okay, and when a company makes the decision to lay you off, it's always strategic, okay? And it's either you're the weakest link or you're not bleeding the colors of the company, all right? And you're not where they want you to be, and they want those people that are dedicated. They breathe and live for that company. And if you're not, you're on the chopping block, okay? So HR takes the time to compile months of information to make sure that if we're going to lay someone off, there aren't going to be any legal repercussions. And trust me, there are still legal repercussions from time to time, irregardless, okay? And if they truly cared about you, all right, why wouldn't they help you or relocate you to another department before laying you off? This is just for them to save face. And I say this because having been an HR rep on the other side doing this, 95% of the time, we would not rehire someone for a position within the company. We just wouldn't. Yes, we had our external employee resource group where we were using, I think, at my last large, big telecommunications company I was working, H&H was a resource company that would help you, a job placement, essentially, a firm that would help you find a job. And they would help you tailor your resume and stuff. Oh, okay, great, cool, nice. You know, I remember laying people off 30 years of the company. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. Or forced retirement. And then when it came to me, when they shoved me over to a different division, telling me that everything was going to be fine, only for the media division to be completely sacked and me going along with it, I had the same speech, same thing. Oh, if you need help finding a job internally, we're here for you. Please apply. Let us know. They don't care, okay? This is why I'm saying it is so important to get the fuck out of whatever situation you're currently finding yourself in and that you're not happy with. Start doing something that you love. Start doing something that you enjoy, because it is only going to get worse from here, okay? AI is being said to, or from what I've understood from this whole growth of AI, that the unemployment rate in the next 10 to 15 years can grow to a staggering 30%. Okay. A lot of jobs with manual entry, admin will be impacted. I work in recruitment. A lot of jobs in recruitment and HR will be impacted. And, you know, I'm starting to do things in my life right now that are going to allow me to break free from this life of these companies not caring about you. And I started feeling this way even, I would say, 4 or 5 years ago, when the company that I was working for, they didn't care about any suggestions that I was bringing forward. They didn't care about the well-being of their employees. And I was just really seeing, truly for the first time, what it's like to work in a large corporation, and how, at the end of the day, all that matters is stakeholders and how much profit the company is making. And I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me. I can't do this. And I went into HR because I really wanted to help people. So I'm trying to do things in my personal life that are going to allow me to exit this space. I started this channel. This is completely out of my comfort zone. If this scales and it grows, amazing. But this is why you need to start doing something that will bring you joy and happiness in your life. And I'm talking to you directly right now, okay? Really, if you're going through a layoff, if you have been laid off, okay, take this time to figure yourself out. Stop placing your entire identity of who you think you are in the company that you work for, because I can guarantee you, these companies, the moment they don't need you anymore, you are done. You are toast. And I've been in that situation where now that I've been laid off, and I've been laid off twice, okay, you're like, who the fuck am I? Who am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to go? And it's so, like, it's hard to get out of that funk. You're like, well, who's going to hire me now? Now I have a layoff on my resume. They're going to, anytime I'm going to go apply for a new job, they're going to think, well, what was wrong with this guy? Why is he laid off if he was, so good at his job? And you have to explain that. And you already have this judgment from the LinkedIn world and other corporations that see your profile. And you could have a lot to offer, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And this is why it's so important to really start looking at things that you love that bring you joy and happiness, okay? And I've talked about this in my other videos where right now I feel like we're in a place where we're stuck between the old world and this new world. The old world being the 9 to 5 cozy life, you're getting paid, you can buy a house, get married, have kids, go on a couple of vacations. That's done. But then someone like myself, I'm still kind of living in that reality, and a lot of other people are, the majority of people are. But now we have this new world where everyone's trying to make fast money online, starting a coaching program, whatever it is that they're doing. And it can get so easily, you can so easily become so kind of drowned out by that and feeling overwhelmed by all the noise from the internet. And this is why you really need to take a deep dive into who you are as a person and start focusing on the things that you enjoy the most, that make you excited to wake up every day, because your job does not define you, okay? Your current job, your past job, it does not make up who you are at all. And I know that feeling because I had that. I lived that. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. So all this to say, if you are one of those employees over at Microsoft that has been laid off, or you've worked at another company recently and you were laid off, know that you're not alone and that it's going to be okay. All right. Take this time to channel your energy into something that brings you peace and joy and happiness. Spend time with people that care about you and start prioritizing those things in your life. You're going to feel that much better, whether it's your mental health, your physical health, whatever it may be. Start doing the things that you like. I mean, look, I got this channel. I have my auto detailing business on the side that I've been running for, the last few years. Is it scaling? Not as fast as I would like, but that's because I have a full-time job. But I'm trying different initiatives here to propel my life and my career forward. Whether, I don't know. I don't know where this road's going to take me. But having this channel, being able to talk to you guys and being able to have this space where I can help other people gives me that purpose, gives me that motivation to wake up every single day. So yeah, it sucks. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, but I'm curious to know what you think. Do you think that the layoffs are only going to get worse from here? Have you been through a layoff recently? What are things that you have done if you've gone through a layoff that's made you feel better? We got to help people out. We got to do as much as we can to be there for each other and to support one another. But it's time to get out. It's time to stop giving in to these companies that at the end of the day, all they care about is this. Okay. Because at the end of the day, they're making their money. Even the CEO of Microsoft, 63% increase in his salary. I think he's 73 million. That's insane. Insane. That's it for today. I needed to make this video. I needed to talk about it because it just hit home, having been laid off twice. But I'd love to hear from you. Have you been laid off? How did you handle it? Let's help each other out. Thanks for checking out this video. Take care, guys.